Hello, and welcome to BBC English Online. I'm Tommy. Today, we're going to unlock one of the most important and sometimes most confusing parts of English grammar, the tenses. But don't worry, we're not going to use boring charts or complicated rules. Instead, we're going to use something you already know very well, your everyday routines. Ever feel like you're speaking in circles when trying to explain your day in English? Do you struggle with whether to use I ate, I have eaten, or I was eating? This video is your linguistic lifeline. We're breaking down all 12 English tenses, not with boring charts, but through the everyday routines you already know. What if the secret to mastering English tenses was hidden in your morning coffee, your commute, or even your dinner plans? Stop memorizing rules and start understanding the rhythm of English. Join me as we uncover how your daily activities naturally weave through every single English tense, making grammar intuitive and effortless. Imagine confidently narrating your entire day in perfect English, without second-guessing a single verb. This isn't just another grammar lesson. It's a practical guide that connects complex tenses to your simple, everyday life. Learn how to effortlessly apply all 12 English tenses as you talk about what you do, what you did, and what you will do. So, are you ready? Let's dive into Your Day, Your Tenses, the ultimate grammar hack. Ever felt lost trying to remember the past, present, and future in English? We've all been there. It can feel like a maze, right? But what if I told you grammar is already woven into every single thing you do, from waking up to winding down? Yes, it's true. Get ready to unlock the secret to understanding English tenses by simply living your life. We'll start with the very beginning of your day. Your morning routine. Let's begin with your morning routine. This is where we see the power of the present simple and future simple tenses. These are your foundational tenses, essential for describing regular habits and future plans. The present simple is used for actions that happen regularly, for habits, routines, and general truths. Think about what you do every day in the morning. I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, I drink coffee, I read the news. For example, for me, I wake up at 7 a.m., I brush my teeth, I drink coffee, and I read the news. These are all things I do regularly, so I use the present simple. Now, let's look at the future simple. This tense is for actions that will happen in the future, often for plans or predictions. You use it with will or be going to. I will make coffee. I will pack my lunch. I will leave for work at 8 a.m. For instance, after I finish my coffee, I will make more coffee for my thermos. I will pack my lunch, and I will leave for work at 8 a.m. These are my plans for the immediate future. So, you see how your morning sets the stage for these foundational tenses? We use present simple for habits and future simple for upcoming plans. The verbs change, but the reason for the change is simple: when the action happens. Now, it's your turn for a practical exercise. I want you to narrate your own morning routine using only present simple and future simple. Think about 3 things you do every morning and 3 things you will do shortly after. Pause the video if you need more time. Did you try it? Great! For example, you might have said, I wake up at 6 a.m., I take a shower, I eat breakfast. Then I will brush my hair, I will put on my clothes, and I will go to school. Excellent job. All right, let's move from the peaceful morning to the busy workday. Here, we'll dive into the continuous and perfect tenses. These tenses add more detail about how long an action is happening, or if it's completed. First, the present continuous. We use this for actions happening right now, at this moment, or temporary actions around the present time. I am working on a report. The phone is ringing. I am talking to a client. For example, right now, I am working on a report. My colleague is typing an email. The phone is ringing, and I am talking to a client. These are all actions in progress. Next, the present perfect. This tense connects the past to the present. It describes an action that started in the past and continues to the present, or an action completed in the past, but with a result that is important now. I have finished my emails. I have completed 3 tasks. I have already had a meeting. So I have finished my emails. This means my emails are done, and I don't need to do them anymore right now. I have completed 3 tasks on my to-do list today, and I have already had a meeting with my team. The action is done, and it's relevant to my current work. I have already had a meeting. Let's go a bit further back in time with the past continuous. This tense tells us what was happening at a specific time in the past. It's often used when one action was interrupted by another. Yesterday at 10 a.m., I was working on a report. While I was having lunch, my boss called. For example, yesterday at 10 a.m., I was working on a report. It was an ongoing action. Or while I was having lunch, my boss called. The call interrupted my lunch. While I was having lunch, my boss called. And finally, the past perfect. This tense is for an action that happened before another action in the past. It helps us put past events in order. When I arrived, my colleague had already left. I couldn't print the document because I had forgotten to fill the paper tray. So when I arrived at the meeting, my colleague had already left. First she left, then I arrived. Or I couldn't print the document because I had forgotten to fill the paper tray. Forgetting happened before I tried to print. These 4 tenses, present continuous, present perfect, past continuous, and past perfect, help us describe detailed sequences and durations within our workday. They add richness and clarity to our stories. Now for an interactive challenge. Think of a challenging moment you faced at work or school. Describe it using at least 2 continuous or perfect tenses. For example, I was preparing for a presentation when my computer crashed. I had forgotten to save my work. Take a moment to think and try it out. How did that go? This exercise helps you connect these tenses to real-life situations, making them easier to remember. Great job! As the workday ends, we move into our evening engagements. Here, the past simple anchors our finished past events and the future perfect project's actions that will be completed by a future time. The past simple is one of the most common tenses. We use it for actions that started and finished at a specific time in the past. I watched a movie last night. I read a chapter of my book. I ate dinner with my family. For instance, last night I watched a movie. I read a chapter of my book. And I ate dinner with my family. These are all actions that are completely finished. Now, let's look at the future perfect. This is a slightly more advanced tense, but it's very useful for planning. It describes an action that will be completed before a certain point in the future. By 7 p.m., I will have finished cooking dinner. By 9 p.m., I will have eaten dinner. By midnight, I will have read 2 chapters. For example, tonight, by 7 p.m., I will have finished cooking dinner. This means the cooking will be completely done by 7 p.m. By 9 p.m., I will have eaten dinner. And by midnight, I will have read 2 chapters of my new book. The action is completed before that future deadline. See how the past simple gives us definite events from yesterday, and future perfect helps us organize our future actions in relation to a specific time? These tenses help us tell clear stories about our past and make precise plans for our future. Now, it's your turn. Plan your ideal evening using a mix of past simple and future perfect to describe completed actions. Think about what you did yesterday evening and what you will have done by a certain time tonight. Try to use at least one of each tense. How was that? For example, yesterday I visited my friend. By 8 p.m. tonight, I will have called my parents. Then I will have watched a new TV show by 10 p.m. Fantastic! You've done great so far. We've explored some of the core tenses by looking at your daily routine. But remember, there are 12 tenses in English. We focused on the most common ones that naturally fit into your day. The key takeaway is this: tenses seamlessly fit into daily conversations, making you sound more natural. When you think about your daily life, you naturally move between past, present, and future. English tenses simply give you the tools to express that accurately. Here's an advanced tip: how context clues in your daily routine help you instinctively choose the right tense without even thinking about it. When you say yesterday, your brain already knows you need a past tense. When you say tomorrow, it's future. Paying attention to these time markers is a huge help. Your next step is to practice observing tenses in everyday English around you. Listen to conversations, watch TV shows, read articles, and consciously try to identify which tense is being used and why. For example, if you hear someone say, "I have been working here for 5 years," you know they started in the past and are still working now. Or if you hear, "The train had already left by the time I arrived," you understand the train left first. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. The more you use these tenses in your own daily descriptions, the more natural they will become. You are building confidence and fluency, one routine at a time. Thank you for joining me today on BBC English Online. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more English learning tips. And let me know in the comments below: what is one thing you do every day that you can describe using the present simple? Keep practicing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.